on that little boat to swim with some sea lions. Now it's 16 degrees, windy. I've come through rain, there's more forecast, but with got my wetsuit, got my excitement, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be amazing. More later. Freezing point on the Celsius scale. It's just amazing. They fly with you. Fantastic. So we're set up here at Woobin Rocks. The view is spectacular. Looking south, and we can see we're just on the hill, and you can absolutely see 4 miles. We're the only people that we can see here. There's heaps of spots all in among bushes. Woobin is actually the local town. It was a wheat belt town a couple of kilometres away, and Woobin apparently means it's an Aboriginal word for water hole, water source. So there are fire pits, as you can see there, but as you can see the grass is a bit long and a bit close, so we're not going to go there. So we're at the Big Valley campsite. This is essentially a sheep farm with a camping area. We're on power and water, which is pretty good. We've invested in an air fryer. I'll tell you what, when we're connected to power, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and you can probably put sliced bread in there. It's been pretty windy and wet, so I've got the double ratchet straps down, and don't normally put that bit up, but that's that privacy screen. That's the one we have for the fridge, but it's protected us from the rain. All the sites have got heaps of space, and then camp kitchens and say power and water, and yeah, but this is quite a unique little amenities block over here by the long paddock. Is this area here, which is pretty nice. I think we might ask to go there next time. But yeah, that's a pretty unique amenities block. It's about $28 a night. It goes up to 38, I think, in school holidays. But we've enjoyed it here. It's close to everything if you need it. It's Margaret River, about 15 minutes away. We did a little wine tour they picked up from here. Yep, very nice indeed. Big Valley campsite. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is shearing time. So we're staying at Big Valley campsite, and it is a sheep farm. So look at these guys, all ready to be shorn. Very cute. Very cute, but very hairy. Heaps of them.
Good morning. Well, today we're off to the southern part of Lewin National Park, where we will camp out in a few days' time, and then follow the coastline down towards Augusta, and stop. That's where the Southern Ocean meets the Indian Ocean, and then we'll do a few things around there.
Yeah, we're going to call in at the Conto Quendo Loop part of the and have a look at the different camping spaces in the Lewin Naturalist National Park. We're going to make our way along the Borronup Forest Drive. There's supposed to be 60-metre high kauri trees, so that should be pretty spectacular. We're going to pop into Hamlin Bay, where apparently there are stingrays just off the beach, so we'll have a look. Might be a bit chilly, but we thought we'd paddle. Yeah, and then down to, there's a calcified water wheel, and the Cape Lewin lighthouse, which apparently is the tallest in Australia. And that's Southwest Point. Cape Lewin is actually the most southwesterly point of mainland Australia. So, big day, should be fun, should be beautiful.
Yes. We're in Lewin National Park. These are the 90-metre tall karri trees. There's Moira over there, taking photos as usual.
And all the birds. These are truly magnificent. Sadly, people are scarring these beautiful trees, and there's a sign trying to get people not to do it. Really? So we're in the Lighthouse Interpretive Centre here. You've got the Indian Ocean, which is like warm, lovely. There's people swimming, having cocktails. And then over here is the Southern Ocean, and it's misty and dark, and there's people literally talking pictures. So you can walk all through the complex here, the different buildings where the 3 lighthouse keepers and their families lived, up to the lighthouse up there, which currently has scaffolding around it, so you can't do a tour of it at this moment. But the coastline's pretty spectacular. So here it is, tallest lighthouse in Australia, built in 1895, but having a bit of work done. And there's the Southern Ocean and the Indian Ocean. So we're currently trekking through the dunes at Hamlin Bay, hoping to see some stingrays. It's a pretty hike, isn't it? Through the dunes. We've just spoken to someone and they saw one, big one. Looks like the dunes are taking back the path. So this is Hamlin Bay. We haven't seen any yet. We're still looking. The tide's on its way out. We don't know if high tide or low tide is better. So we're going to have a look at Canal Rocks. And apparently, according to this, 230 million years ago, Gondwana, which was a supercontinent, began to form, causing this part of Australia to collide with Greater India. Isn't that amazing? So let's go and have a look at these canal rocks. Comes out like something like that. We're just south of Yallingup in the Cape Lewin Naturalist National Park. Been a bit breezy, hasn't it?
A little bit, not too bad.
These rocks are rather lovely, the colour of them. Down here. So this is one of the little canals. You got the water smashing through there. And then coming through here. So, here at the Bustleton Jetty, quite long. You can get a train down there, or it's a 25-minute walk. So I think that must mean it's a bit over a mile. A couple of birds doing their thing there. There's a lot going on at the foreshore here at Bustleton, but I think we are in the middle of the school holidays. Alright, did you find anything out in there?
Yep.
What?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
There's a lot of stuff, okay. Excellent, I guess it's a souvenir shop.
25 bucks.
We're heading off down the 1.8 kilometre long pier, which is quite long. It costs $4 to walk up and down, but it goes towards maintenance and restoration. It's quite chilly. There is someone in a bikini. Oh, 2 people in bikinis about to jump in over there. That won't be us. In case you were wondering, that is not Patricia over there. So, here we go. There's also an underwater observatory, which we thought we wouldn't go in, and the train lines you can see. That trundles down, I think, every hour. Gets quite booked up. But good to stretch the legs and walk out into the ocean. So we're just over a kilometre out. And here comes the train, little darling. I would sing, but I can't. There it is. One little jetty train, full of happy punters. So we're approaching the end of the jetty. There's some artwork here by Ian Much. And these are life-size humpbacks. That's a calf, like I saw at Exmouth. And here is a larger one. So, 1.841 kilometres out to sea, the longest timber piled jetty in the southern hemisphere. There we are.
Just getting the train back. Too lazy to walk.
On our left, in the breeding season, many seagulls and birdlife use the structure to rear their young.
We encourage anyone with new ideas or
Moira
feedback
there
to
at
post
the
We also welcome you to browse our retail shop. You'll find many
Go back
unique
for me
gifts.
because
that
you
will-
walk.
We're in the Woodidjup National Park. Woodidjup meaning place of Woodidgee, name given by the Wadandi people. They are, of course, the saltwater people. So we're going to take a little hike down to the dam. All right. A few different things to do here, cycle trails and walk trails. And we're just setting off. It's paved initially. It's cool, but there's some sun coming through. Oh, it's quite pretty through here.
Should have,
Pretty woodland.
haven't got walking boots on.
No. Yeah, we were just popping into Margaret River, actually, into the berry farm to get some snacks. And then we came across this sign. Oh, look at that.
No sign. Which way do we go? Here.
Left.
Down here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Very pretty.
Yes.
Yesterday, we went on a wine tour, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Had a fun day.
We did. 3 different wineries, 2 breweries,
Chocolate factory.
chocolate factory, cheese. Yes, it was quite pleasant. It was Margie's big day out. And it was, actually. bought a few bits and bobs. Limoncello, limecello, because one day the sun will... Hey? Chocolate, yes, because we thought one day the sun will come out and we'll be able to sit there. I mean, the sun's out now, but without a -7 wind, and we'll sit there enjoying limoncellos, and you'll have tequila and Margaret and limecello, won't you?
I will. I'll get dirty boots.
Okay, she didn't come out in her walking shoes. I sprung the walk on P because it was spontaneous. Pretty little troll bridge here. We're here on top of the dam wall. 10 Mile Brook drinking water, part of the Margaret River water catchment area. So we're here in Kawarranup, and all over town there are model cows, and you might think it's just a pharmacy, but it's the Kawarranup Pharmacy. Hello. The tennis club has a cow, actually has 3. And here, I don't know if this cow can read or not, but I probably wouldn't stand there. Or here, hidden among the bushes. Hello. In the early 20s, group settlement scheme devised by the Premier to develop a dairy industry and populate the high rainfall area in the southwest. Kawarranup established. Name Kawarranup was developed from the Kawa parrot, a small green lorikeet with purple crown, whose numbers are abundant in the area, up in Aboriginal language meaning place of. Therefore, combining the two gives you the name. And it has been shortened by locals to Cowtown. Number 18.
18 over there. This is 17.
Oh, 17. Oh my word, there's more here. Trish is quite excited, I can tell.
21 up the top. Up.
22?
22.
So Kawarranup became the cow capital of the world, 12th of July 2014, when the town broke the Guinness Book of Records for the most people dressed as cows. 1,352 humans dressed as Holsteins stood for 5 minutes in one place. That is dedication. So, this is Gnomesville in the Shire of Dandenong. Thousands of gnomes. Thousands. Romeo and Juliet for the scene. Gnome on stilts. I don't think I've ever seen so many gnomes in one place. So I'm standing on the banks of the actual Margaret River, and that great mighty Margaret River winds its way down, producing such great wine, and it's really quite a small estuary. I think the tide's coming in. I have got waterproof shoes, but it is an absolutely stunning piece of coastline. So we're camped in the Conto campground near Borranup in the Lewin Naturalist National Park. There are lots of loops here. This is the Quenda Loop, which is, as you can see, plenty of room for a caravan. Quite flat surface. Somebody next door, but not too close. I think pretty much all the sites have got fire pits. So we did our dinner on there last night. A lot of them have got tables and chairs, and yeah, quite a bit of room. But it's really quite beautiful. I went and had a look at the caves yesterday. It's Lake Cave, and there was some quite stunning little trip. 335 steps in, so that was fairly taxing, you know, not being the elite athlete that I'd like to be, but certainly worth it. Amazing, just $20 or something to get in. So we're settled in at the Wave Rock Caravan Park. It's pretty nice, right adjacent to the rock, and you can actually see Wave Rock from here over there. So we're about to make our way over and have a look. A rock that looks like a wave. We've seen some spectacular monoliths and rocks on this trip, and here's another one. Beautiful. There's the view, looking across, and that's the wall. So my granddad wouldn't have been impressed with that mortar work. Quite a view. And up here you can continue this walk for another 800 metres, and up here are some gnamas. These are the rock holes that we've been looking for across the Great Central Road, but it's quite lovely up here. And just down there you can see the caravan park, and there's lots of clay pans and tidal flats and another rock over there. Lovely. So we're heading towards Mulca's Cave. We're about 16k north of Hayden, or Wave Rock. And this cave is significant in that there are over 452 paintings, Aboriginal artwork. More flowers. Just gorgeous. Oh, he's part of the Dreamtime story. And he actually ate people. But yeah, in here, I'll just go inside. All up the back, up here, around here, there are some 452 stencils all over this rock wall. Apparently it's mainly women and children, and there are, that's the name of the Dongway, Chapel founder, mainly left hands. Nobody knows really why. But I thought nobody's actually asked the people, the descendants of the people who put them here. Let's have a look. It's a lovely little cave. I mean, you know, as caves go. So I'll just duck back down out here. So I'm heading off on the Wave Rock circuit walk. I am surrounded by wildflowers. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a 3.6k walk. There's interpretive signs all the way around. Takes you past Hippo's Yawn, which is obviously a rock formation, not an actual hippo. Look at these lovely flowers. Look. Past Lake Magic and a few other things. So let's see. I think this is going to be just lovely. So here is Hippo's Yawn. These rock formations are just gorgeous. It is actually what's called a taphone, which is a large hole within a boulder. This is a technical term. And there it is. Lovely little bit of country here. So I shall continue on my circuit walk. So there's an interpretive sign back there about the railways, because this being, of course, the Wheatbelt area. I'm just going across. It looks like quite an old bridge. No trolls, because there's no waterfall. So it just looks out to a rock, clay pans, and more clay pans. The Noongar people, of course, have been gathering water from the rock and living here for tens of thousands of years. But you can see now and again fence posts where farmers and settlers were trying to do something with this land, but it's quite, I don't know, it's quite astounding that really, they tried, but they only really had to probably ask the locals, where's the water and can I run cattle or sheep on this tidal plain, this clay pan, salt plain. Another actual wildflower wonderland. I'm looking out for orchids. I met a gentleman back there who's seen one, but there are apparently spider orchids and other wild orchids in this area. This is younger Nerdinia, a kangaroo's resting place, and the kangaroos hide in the shade of the tea trees here. Can't see it at the moment, but you can imagine it'd be a nice spot. Kangaroos or anyone else really. So surrounded by little cabanas is what's called Magic Pool. It's exceedingly salty, it's a spa pool, and it is saltier than the Dead Sea. I'm not hopping in at the moment because I've been in the Dead Sea and it took me weeks to get the salt out of my ears. So the path's now taking me in between two salt lakes. The water's, I don't know if that is a salt lake actually, because the water is so clear. It might be fresh water. It's beautiful. And then the old rock over there. I have to add, I'm trying out my Kathmandu buzzproof shirt. It's kind of got a bit of mozzie insect repellent and SP50 sun on it, so I wore it really for the sun. But I have to say I haven't had nearly as many flies up my nose on this trip. And you may think, well, why would you? But it's actually an issue. I think because I've got particularly wide nostrils, I do get quite a significant number of flies up my nose, usually when I go walking. I even had a ladybug up there once. I rescued her, but the flies, I think they just, they come and go. Or I blow my nose and pretty much kills them. But I think with the collar up and the repellent, I'll have to say I got about half a kilometre to go, but I haven't had one, dare I say it. So it's been an altogether much more pleasant trip, thanks to Kathmandu Buzz Off shirts. So So we're here on the painted silo route at Newdigate in the wheat belt in WA. Okay, action shot, silo and train. Probably the best silo we've seen, isn't it?
Yes, so far.
Yeah, because some of them have been a bit inaccessible, to say the least. So the train's sat there. We're not sure, because we're not obviously train people or wheat people, but the silos are there, so we're going to wait and see if it unloads into the wagons.
At the moment, it's just sitting, the train itself is sitting under the silos, so it can't unload onto the engine.
No.
So it has to move.
So we're here to watch and learn. Been here about 15 minutes. People have been up there with computers doing things. A couple of chutes have dropped down. The train's moving forward very slowly. So I think we might be on the verge of wheat being transferred from the silo into the train tracks. Now the question is this emptying or is this filling? I guess it depends, like so many things, on your perspective. So we've been travelling along the Holland track for a bit, and we've just come off to go and have a look at Dragon Rocks, which is in the Dragon Rocks Nature Reserve. Heaps of flowers and everything around here. It's a little four-wheel drive track, but it's nice.
Kangaroo on the track.
Oh, he's having a drink, I think.
Oh, he was having a drink. We disturbed him. Shame.
Sorry, mate. So, these are Dragon Rocks. Don't know much about them, but they look just like expansive pieces of sections of bush rock. Grey, not the usual red. It's got oh, it's red underneath, isn't it? With some kind of like an algae on it. And around this reserve is just, as far as the eye can see, wheat fields. And this little reserve has been protected.